Bonjour, bonjour, c'est Aigon. Bienvenue dans la suite de l'épisode précédent. On va essayer de finir l'enquête aujourd'hui. Ok, alors. Juste que je me souviens parce que ça fait un moment que j'avais enregistré l'épisode précédent. On sort en l'appartement. Morphine, surplus, l'arme pleine de choses à faire. Cette jeune fille décédée reçoit la visite de la brigade des mœurs, qu'elle le veuille ou non. La scène de crime doit être sacrément suspecte pour que Carutès écarte l'idée d'une overdose d'un suicide. Comme toujours, on fait son jugement en espérant qu'il puisse retenir les gars de la criminelle le temps qu'on soit sur place. Enquêter sur la scène de crime et enquêter dans la boutique de vêtements. Ah oui, je me souviens, oui. On était venu je sais pas combien de fois et pourtant j'ai rien vu de spécial. Donc c'est quand même bizarre que je n'ai rien vu sur la scène de crime. Bon, j'espère que là on va découvrir quelque chose, que c'est... À moins qu'il faut faire le magasin et après revenir là et puis on découvrira quelque chose. Là il n'y a rien. Alors 2 minutes. Option. Je... Non, c'est pas là. Musique d'enquête auto. Élément visuel. Vibration et l'attachement indique la présence d'objets à proximité. Une icône de loupe. Ouais, donc ça c'est en plus, donc ça va. Caméra auto, secousse avec. Qu'est-ce qu'on a pu louper? Bon, ça on avait vu. On va regarder, mais... Oui, il y avait un mot derrière, je crois. Une des trois. Là, il n'y a rien. C'est celle du milieu, il y avait un mot. Donc là, je pense qu'on n'a rien de nouveau par rapport à la dernière fois. Là, je pense que... Là, c'est pour les photos. J'ai rien loupé. Là, il n'y a rien. On va regarder sur la table. Non. Il n'y a rien qui teinte. Je vois rien non plus. Non, il n'y a pas un petit mot sur le frigo, quelque chose d'important non plus, apparemment. Non, ça c'est la louche. On s'en fout de la louche, ça va me dire... Ça sert à rien.
Circumstantial.
Ouais, circonstanciel. Oh, les mains qui passent à travers les trucs, c'est bien ça. Attends, ouais, mais ça...
I don't think this is going to help us.
Ouais, je me doute bien aussi. Et je cherchais un truc que j'aurais loupé tout à l'heure. Oh, le chapeau qui passe à travers le... Non. Le fer à passer qui ne sert à rien.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Il a l'air de peser une tonne en plus.
I'm at a loss.
You want to go digging around in drains trying to
T'as envie
support Mal's theory? You go ahead. I'm not getting my hands dirty.
Je ne comprends rien. Me dégueulasser les mains, il dit. Hein. Il dit pas les pieds. Hein. Ah, non. Ça serait pas dans le... Dans toute évacuation de flotte, là, par terre? Non, parce qu'apparemment, on peut pas.
So what next?
You want to go digging around in drains trying to support Mal's theory?
Là,
You go
on peut
ahead.
pas rien faire.
I'm not getting my hands dirty.
Là, non plus. Là, c'est... Oui, c'est... Ça...
Junk.
Ouais, junk qui ne sert à rien. Alors là. Ça, les médicaments, on avait déjà vu. Ah, la chasse d'eau. Non, c'est pas en... Non. Mais je vois rien du tout. Hein. J'espère que c'est pas une enquête buggée. Hein. Enfin, une enquête buggée. Parce que moi, je vois rien. Hein. Je suis allé partout. Même le truc du milieu, là, l'évacuation de flotte.
Help me out.
You want to go digging around in drains trying to support Mal's theory? You go ahead.
Franchement, là,
I'm not getting my
je ne
hands
vois
dirty.
pas du tout. Non, ça, je m'en fous, laisse.
Seems irrelevant.
Bon, allez, hein, on va... Par dégoût, mais... Ça, on a déjà vu. La veste, on a vu. Les médicaments, on avait vu. Ah oui, ça, ouais, on s'en fout. C'est des médicaments sur médicaments. On a vu. Bon, bah allez, on va aller dans un autre lieu parce que sinon, on n'a pas fini. En espérant que... Allez, hein, parce que sinon, ça va m'énerver. Parce qu'il parle d'égout et de main. Mais... On est allé, dans le dernier épisode, on est allé... dans les égouts dehors, là. Bon. Il va y avoir une sauvegarde. La voiture, elle est par là. Allez, hop. Non, elle est même de l'autre côté. Parce que là, ça m'énerve. Il est où l'autre? Est-ce qu'on peut partir sans lui? Rien que pour rigoler. Non? Ah, c'est dommage. On va faire hop, on va se barrer sans lui. Voir ce que ça fait.
Turn left.
Alors préparez-vous à l'accident. Hein.
Go straight.
Dans chaque épisode, il y a un accident.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Take the next left.
Ah bah oui, voilà. Merde, je pensais passer. Oui. Boum, on est rentré dedans. Ouais. Et non, le passant, hop, il tourne en rond, il n'arrive pas à passer. Bon alors, c'est quand ils veulent. Hein. Voilà, voilà. Ah, le passant, il sait pas où il va. Lol. Oh la vache, c'est du pilé, putain, la vache. Voilà, les mêmes voitures qui se suivent la queue leu là.
That's no way to drive.
Keep straight.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Merde. Ah, le con, putain, je passe juste à côté, ça fait automatique.
Detective Phelps.
J'ai un pas.
Phelps. In a minute, a bagman named Rampley's gonna walk in here and put a mint on some horse running in the fifth. We don't care about Rampley so much as we want his boss. He's the one we're gonna put away for fixing the race.
J'ai pas appuyé sur A en plus. Hein.
Bingo. Here's what you're gonna do. Get in there, blend in, wait for our mark. He'll be in a dark coat. Wait until he hands over the cash, then tail him. Good luck.
Putain, je voulais pas faire ça, super. J'ai pas appuyé sur A pour dire que je le faisais. Dans costume noir.
I'll wait outside. Keep an eye on the place.
Here's what I heard. Cops caught the guy who did the dahlia, but they covered it up.
Un endroit est
Some
passé
kind of big
incognito, oui.
conspiracy.
Ah, c'est lui costume noir, ouais. Et après, il va falloir que je le suive.
Give me a grand on Cavalcade the 5th.
Ah merde. Con. Et il recommence. Le suspect vous a repéré. Ah bon. Super. Ah ben.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
We can take it if you want, or not. We're not the only cops in this town, you know.
Ah, fait chier. Alors c'est où? Voilà, oui, bon, c'est bon.
I'll wait outside. Keep an eye on the place.
See him?
On peut aller
I saw his
que
picture.
là.
He worked that case with the lady cut up like the dahlia.
Allez. Oh, putain, faut que c'est de l'autre côté. Allez, putain. Allez. Ça, on l'avait déjà vu. Allez, allez, dépêche-toi. Avant de le perdre. Allez!
Hey, come on! This ain't New York.
Ah merde, il m'a repéré. J'y crois pas. Comment il a fait pour me repérer? Putain. Moi qui voulais finir l'enquête aujourd'hui. Ah ben ça va être chaud. Vous pouvez retenter des délits en retournant sur les lieux. Ouais, et si je veux pas? Allez.
Take the next right turn.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2
Non, je veux
identified.
pas.
You want to leave that one?
Putain, c'est pas possible.
I'll wait outside. Keep an eye on the place.
Allez, dépêche-toi.
The cop from the newspaper.
Allez, vas-y, allez. Pas vrai. Alors, on sait où il va de toute façon. Au moment il tourne. Allez, dépêche-toi. Ah merde, je suis obligé de passer par là. Je savais que c'était de l'autre côté, moi. Putain, et puis à chaque fois, il faut revenir à la voiture. Il va falloir passer par autre part.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Ah, il va falloir tourner. Parce que moi, les délits, je voulais les faire après toutes les enquêtes. Ouais, on va bien là. Ok. Oula, oula. Ah, pourquoi ta voiture t'a arrêté? Putain, tu fais exprès ou quoi? Ah, on y arrive. Ah non, c'est de l'autre côté. Je suis con. Voilà. Ouf.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
I understand
LAPD, ma'am.
thousands wouldn't.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer.
Ah ouais, tiens là,
Heather.
lui.
These gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Ok, téléphone.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Alors lieu. Donc il reste plus que l'appartement ou l'hôpital. Bon, on va aller à l'hôpital. Et on va encore visiter la ville. D'ailleurs la carte. Donc maintenant on se retrouve à Hollywood. Ouais, on était là. Ah tiens. Ça c'est en haut, on était là, on a commencé par là. Lieu de délit, on s'en fout pour l'instant, commissariat de Wesh. Tiens, là, le véhicule, on n'a pas découvert. Véhicule. Véhicule. C'est quoi ce point jaune? Ah d'accord, l'appartement, d'accord. Ça nous dit tous les lieux. Cabinet de docteur. Là où on est. Et là on va aller. Là il y a 2 monuments. Musée Franck, d'accord. Et apparemment l'hôpital c'est... Il va falloir faire demi-tour. Waouh, on a échappé belle.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick. I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
On s'approche de l'hôpital. C'est pas ça l'hôpital, si.
Are you on the sauce or what?
Ah non, c'est là. Ok, qu'est-ce qu'il a découvert? Où tu vas? Où tu vas? Morgue, c'est par là. Coroner. Il est pas dans son... Ah bah non, c'est le bureau du coroner. Ah bah il est là.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Nouveau lieu, commissariat, interroger, machin. Voilà, individu. Ah oui, je suis d'accord. Docteur, monsieur Anderson serait le fiancé de Julia, le propriétaire du magasin. Ça, ce serait de la copine. J'ai le milieu blanc, cambrioleur. Pourquoi là, c'est pareil? Attends une minute. Hop là, viens ici, parce que il me semble que ça avait sonné 2 fois. Là. Oh la vache. C'est ça le... Ouais, mais y a rien à voir. D'accord, c'était ça que je devais... Eh, tu fais exprès ou quoi? Ah oui, d'accord, ça sortit pas derrière, ça? D'accord, ça sortit pas... D'accord. Est-ce qu'on peut boire, tiens? Ils ont fait l'animation pour ça, non? Donc, le lieu... L'hôpital est toujours pas barré, hein. Je sens qu'il va être long, cet épisode.
Pull over, we're here.
Attends, tu te fous de ma gueule ou quoi? Je vais aller au commissariat, on n'est pas au commissariat. On est déjà au commissariat? Ah bon? Ah bah oui, d'accord. J'avais même pas remarqué, c'était... Quel con. Quel con.
Heaven to Betsy.
Ah oui, police station, eh oui.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a
Donc il y a
45.
des chambres 2, hein.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
Attends. Ils sont où les tout d'interrogatoire? Non, ça c'est les cellules. Hop là. Réception. Hop là, hop là.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Burrow. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Oui, elle a dit la vérité.
And you were close? We were friends.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
Une sur trois.
That's right.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
Oh,
he was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
Oh merde.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
s'est arrêté.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
On va traverser la route. Allez, décolle, allez, allez. Putain. Oh, il est bloqué. Allez. La balle est bloquée, super. Putain. Putain. Il est où?
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Il est où?
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Ah, ouf. Agence de voyage.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
Faut le resuivre encore?
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City tomorrow night.
That's good, but this is better.
I God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Sauvegarde, ok. Le suiveur, depuis au niveau de station, suivez l'inconnu. Gage, ouais d'accord, oui. Pourquoi il y a un téléphone en fait là? S'il y a un téléphone, c'est pour... Oh là,
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Attends, pourquoi il y a un téléphone là?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
Ah, mais je pensais que ça va être risque d'être un peu long. Donc
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in the case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
la voiture elle est où? Surtout que la voiture je l'ai même pas garée là. Et là on se dépêche. Alors, finalement ça va être plus long que prévu l'épisode. Non, pour sortir c'est pas là.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
De toute façon, pour les deux, c'est la même fiancée, ça se trouve. Le même fiancé.
Straight through the next intersection.
Ah merde, oh, faut tourner là. On y arrive. On doit être de l'autre côté, au coin de la rue. Ah, lol, lol et lol. Voilà.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
À qui qu'on doit courir là?
Wallace,
merde.
go left. I'm going right after this little
Ah,
prick
mais
in
où
the
tu
alley.
vas? non, ils sont 4.
Throw out the guns.
I'm gonna put holes in you. I got you now, motherfucker. You're clear, go!
Voilà. J'ai pris balle dans le dos. Il est où? Vas-y, sors.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Toi-même.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I missed his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Ok. Willy. Oh la vache. On n'a pas fini. Hein. Bon, lieu.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Any in the vicinity officer needs assistance, 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue. Unit to handle code 2 identify.
Ah merde. Voilà. Faut que je tourne au prochain machin. Ah oui, d'accord.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is up front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town. Tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of it.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Ah, tu la cigarette.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Ah, enquêtez sur les... Attends. Il y avait pas une bague? Ah, il me semble que j'avais vu une bague, moi. Carafe, pli.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Ouais. Proche. Non. Non, ça j'ai déjà vu. Il n'y avait pas de... Non. Ok.
Any ideas?
What are we missing? Let's go back to the apartment.
Putain. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans ce putain... Non, démocile disait. Ouais, attends, ça va pas de rien. Là, tu dis d'aller à l'appartement, on est allé je sais pas combien de fois à l'appartement, il y avait rien.
The bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
A hopped-up model, a cad, and a circus freak. Only in L.A.
Fairy tales of the rich and famous.
More like pathetic tales of the desperate to be rich and famous. Junkie Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Arnett, LeBlanc, and Willie.
Don't you go putting the pieces together again before they fit, Phelps. Listen to your old pal Rusty. Or should I say Finbar.
I wouldn't call him that if I were you.
What do you care? It doesn't sound like you're the top of his Christmas card list.
He gives everyone a hard time. That's just how he is.
Whatever gets you through the day, Cole.
Désolé. Comme d'habitude, accident. Allez, avance, putain. Oh, il m'a pas vu arriver, lui. Putain, ils habitent où, là?
Holy Toledo! Are you on the sauce or what?
Désolé, je suis pressé. Pimpon, pimpon.
Any Central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street.
Ah putain, j'ai regardé pas l'écran. J'ai regardé un mini-carte.
You need to take the next right.
Oh, j'avais compris là, ça à droite. Oula, 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 oula. Putain. Ça commence à faire long là. Il reste une heure de jeu là. Ah merde.
Look where you're going.
Ah, on y arrive enfin. Attends, non. C'est la maison d'après. Chaud papa. Voilà, on est arrivé. Après avoir tout cassé.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective.
Okay.
A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Ouais,
So you have no idea who did this burglary? A lot of these cases tend to be inside jobs.
How dare you impugn my character and the character of my staff? If you have no further questions, I suggest you leave.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Ignorez, ça fait plus d'un an, mais ne parlons plus de cela, parlons plutôt de ce que vous avez retrouvé.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife.
Le docteur de l'autre.
I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Interroger. Oh, lieu. Bon, on a un passager, on va éviter les accidents. Hein.
Go left just now.
Moi, je vais pas à droite, je suppose.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
Oh, les rayons
That's
de soleil,
my
c'est
fiance
bizarre,
you're
hein.
making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Drunk drivers.
Take the next right.
Oh là 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 là. Je devrais faire du stop car, moi. J'aime bien les accidents.
Turn left when you can.
Allez. Je suis pressé.
Go straight through.
Putain, pourquoi tu t'écartes à gauche pour aller à droite?
It's the next right. Straight on.
Si ça te fait chier de me guider, tu le dis, hein. Avec Hollywoodland au fond, ça fait pas mal. J'espère qu'on le verra sur le screen. Oh là 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 là. Oh là là, le danger public.
Take the next left.
La prochaine à gauche.
Take the next right turn.
Ah bah la prochaine à droite c'est là hein, pour moi. Bon alors choisis ton côté.
Stay straight on this road. Keep going straight. It's the next left.
Reste sur ta file.
Straight ahead. Go straight through.
Oh les traces de pneus.
Make a right here.
Oh là,
Can we try not to kill anyone?
Citoyen de la conduite agressive, le regard doit tolérer, mais... Ah, d'accord, oui, je sais. Désolé. Désolé, je suis pressé, c'est tout.
Turn left. It's the next right.
What the hell?
Putain. On va visiter toute la ville, hein. Je suis où, là? Ici? Ah bah tiens, on retourne...
Go right just now.
Take the next left.
Voilà. Bon, j'espère que c'est la fin de l'enquête là. Ça commence à faire long. Ah,
Come on,
escort
sister.
boy.
Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Sans endommager la voiture. Est-ce que dans le carnet, individu... Il y a marqué l'adresse? Non. Est-ce qu'il y a... Machin avec
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
L'appartement, ouais, c'est la porte là, en clair, oui. Il y a une bagarre.
Stop! LAPD!
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
out.
hands in the air! Give it up! LAPD!
Mais non, descends. Il est où? Où? Merde. Oh putain. Et voilà, je l'ai perdu.
Don't make me chase you!
Allez. Oh là là, les commandes. Allez. Allez. Ah putain. Et voilà, je l'ai perdu. Oh, c'est pas possible. Bon, je sais pas, parce que j'ai pas du temps là pour le rattraper. Là. Allez, vas-y, vas-y.
Go on, get out.
Put your hands in the air! Give it up! LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
Doucement, doucement, doucement. Allez. Oh, c'est pas possible. Allez. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Non, non, attention. Merde. Ah, le con, moi j'ai appuyé sur A pour zapper. Bon, tant pis.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
je vais faire fouiller l'appartement. D'accord. Bon, on va commencer par là. Non, journal. La bibliothèque. Non,
Maybe if... No.
non, on va pas tout de suite parler. D'abord, on fouille.
Don't think this is anything.
Non, pas important ce que sur le bureau. Si. D'accord. La zone de machin est un peu... J'étais pas à côté pourtant. Non, là non. Tiens, c'est quoi ça?
This isn't what we're looking for.
Une étiquette.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Un cigare. Un bout de cigare par terre. Non, y a rien à voir là. La porte là, on peut pas y aller. Ça, c'est la porte d'entrée. Ouais, mais je vois rien de spécial. Est-ce que je suis allé dans la chambre? Là, on peut pas y aller. La cuisine.
Nope.
Tiens, il a laissé ses courses là. Non. Je vois rien dans l'appartement, moi. Est-ce que je suis allé dans la cuisine? Ah. Bah oui, parce que moi je vais rien trouver.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and the Blanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Miss Swanson might be gullible enough to believe your story, Arnett, but I'm not buying. You're involved in a burglary scam, and so was Julia Randall.
I'm a legitimate businessman. I can't speak for Julia.
Ouais, ils ont des trucs à se reprocher quand même. Hein.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
But why kill her?
She always looked down on those two. When she told them that she was cutting them out, they swore to get even with her.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Ah merde. Pas corné d'une perle.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. Do you want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for
1 sur
burglary
3.
and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Bon, interroger Dr. Stockman maintenant. Donc on va faire demi-tour. Ah putain.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Ouais, mais si j'avais pas appuyé sur le hop, c'est que je...
This car cost me a fortune, you moron!
Ah oui, tu vas crever. Oh là, attends, parce que le médecin il est là. On est arrivé normalement. Normalement on est arrivé. Ah non, c'est l'appartement là. Attends une minute. J'ai choisi le cabinet. Ouais. Ah, on dirait que ça ressemble à l'appartement. Stoneman, 5e étage. Je crois que je t'ai trompé d'adresse et j'ai appris l'appartement.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Alors, 605.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I
Bon, je
loved
crois que
her?
c'est la fin de l'enquête là. Hey,
I
1h20
ruined my life
quand
for
même.
her.
Je pensais que je finirais plus tôt que ça.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Oh la vache, il s'est carrément suicidé.
Didn't see that coming.
Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait là maintenant? Ah, téléphone.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Et moi qui croyais que c'était fini.
We have an address for the runner.
Bon.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Hop là, la sortie. Par là, non. Ah non. Minute, je sais même plus où la sortie, moi. Ah oui, là. Allez.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Did you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
La voiture, allez.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Turn left up ahead.
Et encore à gauche. Oula.
Goddamn maniac!
Et ils habitent tous l'un à côté de l'autre ou quoi? Ils habitent tous l'un à côté de l'autre. Et moi je sais pas conduire.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find the game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
Une veste crème et basket.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Mec avec une veste crème. À tous les coups, il va y avoir un match de boxe. Ouais, mais l'autre, avec l'autre qui me suit.
Wait. Paul. You hear that?
entend l'harmonica.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Et encore une course poursuite. Allez, vas-y. Allez, vas-y. On peut pas courir là? Chut. Ah ouais, j'ai oublié la touche pour courir moi. Ils sont balèzes hein, la police là. Hein.
The only one in the street.
We're all trying to get somewhere.
Oups là, allez. Il est où? Ça se trouve je monte mais l'autre il descend. Attention, porte ouverte. Attention, parce que c'est un catcheur. Il est pas loin. Pourquoi j'ai couru moi? Pourquoi j'ai tiré?
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Par où il est monté? Voilà.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today.
Enfin fini. Oh la vache.
I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Encore sac de nœuds et petite pépé. 3 succès déverrouillés. Indice 13 sur 16. Question 7 sur 16, c'est nul ça. Par contre, 1000 $ de dommages véhiculés. Si seulement de la morphine aurait été découverte chez Julia, aurait pu confirmer sa thèse du meurtre. Ouais, eh ben, j'ai pas trouvé, hein. Elle était bien planquée. Hein. Eh ben, je vous remercie d'avoir suivi ce long épisode. Désolé, mais ça se trouve, l'épisode précédent, j'aurais peut-être fait plus. J'aurais pu mieux le couper en deux. Encore une affaire de régler. Tiens, il y a marqué routine là. Ah, 2 étoiles. Parce qu'on n'a pas été très bon. Eh ben, je vous remercie d'avoir suivi cet épisode. Et je vous dis au week-end prochain pour le prochain épisode. Je pense qu'on a bientôt fini la division mœurs. On va attaquer la division incendie. Merci à vous. Au revoir et à bientôt.